Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my current TV setup with a 65-inch LG OLED TV from 2023, and I am pretty happy with it so far, but I always wanted to upgrade it with a lighting system for an immersive entertainment experience. That's why today I will be diving into the FancyLEDs RGBW 3 HDMI 2.1 Fancy Sync box. I'm thrilled to see how it integrates into my setup and transforms the experience of watching some of my favorite movies. I hope you are just curious as I am, so let's find out together. First impressions matter, so let's start with the unboxing. The packaging is minimal but functional with clean lines and clear branding. Inside, here's what you get. 4 different types of wall plugs depending on your region. The Fancy Sync box itself, it offers 3 separate 2.1 HDMI ports capable of delivering 4K at 144 Hz. It supports HDR, Dolby Vision and Atmos and RRC, making it very versatile and complete sync box on the market today. Next we have the light strip. Now FancyLeds offer both 72 and 96 LEDs per meter RGBW options for the HDMI 2.1 models. This one is a crazy 96 LEDs per meter version. It also has a dedicated white diode, which is a huge bonus that's going to help with color matching lighter scenes. Next we have the high-speed HDMI 2.1 cable that connects the box to your TV. Then the corner mounting clip with included sticky pads and a power adapter. As you can see, I've already turned my TV around to get started with the installation. The first step is to attach the 4 corner pieces to the back of the TV, which will serve as the foundation for the rest of the setup. Let's see how smoothly this process goes. Next we can move on to installing the LED strip. You have the flexibility to start either in the bottom right corner or in the bottom left. It's entirely up to you, as you will be able to configure the setup in the app later. As I work my way up to the first corner, you will see how the corner clips act as a guide to add a slight bend to the strip to make the turn. What I love about this kit is that it's not a preset length depending on the size of your TV, which often leads to the lights not extending to the very edges. Once you get back to the beginning, you can cut the leftover LEDs off at any of the cut points of the strip. At this point I can already flip the TV around and continue with the setup. I will be using the included HDMI cable to connect the sync box to the TV, making sure to plug it into the far right port. Next I will plug the LED strip into the USB-C port of the Fancy box. Now let's move on to connecting the power and getting everything fully set up. If you have a gaming console like a PlayStation or an Apple TV, now it needs to be plugged directly into the Fancy Sync box, not in the TV anymore. The Fancy Sync box comes with 3 HDMI ports, allowing you to connect up to 3 devices simultaneously for a seamless experience. Lastly, the app. It's available for iOS and Android, and it walks you through pairing the sync box, calibrating the lights and syncing them with your TV. First thing you want to do here is to go into your settings and then select the correct orientation for where you install the lights. You can play with other settings like saturation of the HDR content here as well. Under the Sync tab, you can fine-tune settings like brightness, diffusion modes and the speed of the diffusion effect. Here are the settings that work best for me. I have set the brightness to around 75%, chosen high diffusion and set the diffusion speed to 60%. These settings create the perfect balance for a vibrant yet smooth visual experience. Now let's dive into the real-world performance and see how the Fancy Sync box holds up in action. Does it truly deliver on its promises of immersive visuals and seamless integration? Well, we will put it through its paces, testing its ability to sync perfectly with the TV screen and enhance the overall experience. The first aspect I want to highlight is the performance of light synchronization. Simply put, it's impressive, and you can see it for yourself in this footage. The RGBW lights do a fantastic job of matching the on-screen content with remarkable accuracy. This synchronization is especially noticeable during high-action scenes or vibrant animations, where the lighting dynamically enhances the visuals, making the experience more immersive. Whether you are gaming or enjoying a movie, the responsiveness of the lights adds an exciting layer of realism to your setup. Next up is color quality, and this is where the FancySync box truly stands out. Unlike standard RGB systems, the inclusion of true white makes a world of difference. Whites appear clean, natural and balanced, while the overall color palette feels richer and more vibrant. I watched several movies and TV shows with this setup, and I was constantly blown away by how perfectly the lights matched the on-screen colors. The added ambience elevates the viewing experience to an entirely new level. In fact, it's so impressive that I'm already considering revisiting some of my favorite movies just to enjoy the enhanced atmosphere these lights create in the room. Next, let's address an essential aspect: latency. By that I mean the delay, if any, between the colors changing on the screen and the corresponding lights behind the TV. Ideally, there should be no noticeable lag, as even a slight mismatch can disrupt an immersive experience. After several hours of testing, I'm happy to report that there is absolutely no visible lag in my perception. The colors on the screen and the lights behind the TV change in perfect sync, creating a seamless visual flow. Latency is especially crucial for gaming, where even minor delays can impact the experience. I tested the FancySync box extensively with the PlayStation 4 Pro and found no issues with input lag that could affect gameplay. It performed flawlessly even during fast-paced gaming sessions. That said, competitive gamers might push it even further with higher demands. If you test it with more intensive gaming scenarios, I would love to hear your feedback to see if your experience aligns with mine. Another key aspect worth highlighting is how the FancyLED system handles white and more muted color scenes. In the past, TV backlight kits often struggled to accurately reproduce these subtle tones, leading to inconsistent or dull results. However, with the addition of a dedicated white channel in the FancyLeds RGBW setup, this challenge is significantly addressed. One movie that truly showcases this improvement is Dune. The film features many scenes with minimal color and focus on earthy, muted tones. Despite this, the LEDs deliver a tone that feels natural and closely matches the on-screen content. This enhancement brings a sense of cohesion to viewing experience. If you couldn't already tell by now, I am absolutely thrilled with what FancyLED has achieved with their latest offering. The system truly checks all the boxes that matter to me, whether it's the impressive light synchronization, the exceptional color quality, or the seamless integration into my setup. It's clear that a lot of thought and innovation went into designing this product, and the result speaks for itself. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. I always enjoy hearing your feedback, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.